The golden ending trophy unlocks upon earning a gold medal in all 78 of the on-the-go events that are scattered throughout the game's open world areas. These events include a mixture of time trials, drift challenges, races with restrictions like not smashing any fences, and miscellaneous tasks like pushing a giant egg downhill to the farm below. It's the hardest trophy in the game, and one that seems to go up and down in terms of difficulty, depending on which of the on-the-go events you are playing. The races and time trials aren't too bad for the most part, though there are one or two real stinkers thrown in there that you'll need to be aware of. The one-leaf clover race required me to do 3 laps of this simple looking circuit, yet the time of 18 seconds for gold was just ridiculous, and I was here for a good hour or so before I finally bested that time. You need to use the rocket boost and also drift around the corners to hit objects so that you can refill the meter and use that super boost again on another lap in order to do all of this in time. But that is really tricky, making this one of the hardest on-the-go events in the game. If you can do this one, you can do all the others. The Conjuring Trophy was also another BS one, as this one required you to do 2 laps of this circuit whilst avoiding all of the cones that are placed to the left and right sides of the track. If you were to hit some of these cones, they'll add more time on to your timer, so you can really only hit about 10 to 20 before that'll push you over the gold time limit. Annoyingly, there's also these things that fly around the track that seem to carry a whole bunch of cones, so if you're unfortunate enough to hit one of them despite doing a perfect run, it can easily be game over, as that'll add a good 10 seconds of time on, which sucks. To do this one, you have to be near perfect here, with everything from your speed to your drifts, the boosts you make and the cornering you take in order to get this one. And yeah, it just really sucked, and it felt really unfair with the cones and those ones that fly around and add on even more time if you hit them. So while those events were hard, the single biggest frustration with this trophy for me was the drift challenges, as they were often always really unforgiving and required high drift score amounts in order to get gold, meaning I'd have to replay these over and over again before I finally got the hang of the drifting and beat the challenge. And whenever I would see one of these in the open world, I'd know I'd be in for the same BS all over again on this next one. So some of the particularly annoying ones were Up a Creek, which puts you in a boat, and this was really the very first tough one that I came across, as the more I drifted, the slower the boat went, and I'd never have enough time left to get to the finish line. And for me, that's what made these drift challenges hard and BS, as you can get enough points with your drifts, but if you don't cross the finish line before the time runs out, you just instantly fail, and some are just way too tight. The Woodland Weave was another annoying drift event that took me a while too. This time you're on the dirt roads, but again, trying to keep up enough speed and get enough drifts going to reach the gold rank just seemed overly harsh. After all, this is a kid's game, and when you have challenges that are stupidly easy, like the Drift a Whirl one minute, and then dumbfoundingly hard the next, like these ones, it just really doesn't make sense to me. Have a consistent difficulty curve, not just these awful spikes. Overall, the majority of them weren't that bad, but the few on-the-go event stinkers in there, like the ones I've mentioned, really soured the on-the-go event experience. And when you have 78 of these to do, and a single one took you over an hour, it really does start to become a chore, which is why, for me, the golden event trophy is that other BS LEGO 2K Drive trophy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have you got this trophy? Did you find these on-the-go events annoying like I did? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.